Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to another episode 3 of the new chapter of This Week in Reselling, where we talk about reselling in our daily lives. I need to come up with a new intro now that it's like a revamped version of the podcast. But
I mean, it's
I'm joined. Yeah, the gist.
Yeah.
So I'm joined with my two new co-hosts. We have I'd Flip That Joe and
Hello.
Big Time Flips Brendan.
Hello.
And we have a great episode planned for you today. We've already been talking. We got some stuff planned, and one of the things that we have planned is I wanted to have our good friend Mr. Bill on because I wanted him to be like our first guest on the podcast. So we have here
Mr. Bill.
Mr.
Man.
Bill Ken SSK promo. I'm a move you over here, Ken.
Okay.
So Ken didn't know. So if you guys are hearing this, we've already recorded 2 episodes before the first episode has came out, just to kind of be on ahead of the ball, just in case, because Joe's like a world time traveler. He does things you never know. You never know where he's going to be. So we want to be able to give you guys the content, in case there's stuff out there. But
And it gives you an opportunity to delete this episode that I'm on that's not, coming out live right away.
exactly.
We have to.
But Ken's friend of the channel, friend of the show. He's been on This Week in Reselling probably like the most out of anybody else. But Ken, what do you think about this dynamic here?
I was excited because, like you said, I had no clue. You just said, you threw it out there. Hey, are you busy this day at this time? And I'm like, I'm always there for my boy Ray. And
I love it.
I didn't know it was going to be a recording of the new chapter of the This Week in Reselling, and to see Joe and Brendan on here with you, man, this is going to be, it's going to be an epic whatever new rendition of the podcast.
Yeah, the new rendition, the new.
I'm excited.
We have a ball every week.
Yeah, we had a really good episode last week, so that's going to be fun. But I just thought of, we got a lot to get into, but Joe, before we get started, I know that you had a question, a nice little reselling eBay question, because this is a kind of a reselling show.
Is it?
A little bit.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
A little bit. So what's your question, Joe?
So I got a guy that lives in St. Paul, which, is a good hour drive from me or whatever, but he wants to buy this picture mirror pig's eye beer framed thing, but he doesn't want it shipped because, it's probably going to break. It's a mirror, all picture, whatever. So he's like, can we do a local pickup? And I'm like, sure. And of course, I forgot about it. That was a week ago. And now he just messaged me about 15 minutes ago. And he's like, hey, can we still do this? And I'm like, sure. Let me go and mark it as local pickup. I'm on my laptop computer, can't find a button to just click, hey, let's switch it to local pickup. I have no idea what the heck the deal is. I can't find it anywhere. So I just marked it as free shipping. And I said, hey, buy it now before somebody else does. And I'll just mark it shipped, and we'll just meet somewhere, and we'll go that route. I have no clue what's going on. And then, like yesterday, I had a guy buy 2-car part. It's from a 1960s Ford truck. It's got those little arrow, and it says Ford F1 or 4500 that you put on the truck back in the day.
Yeah, like the badges on the back or on the side?
They're on the sides.
The side.
And it's international shipping, and the guy paid for, he didn't buy them both together because they were one on left, one on the right. He bought them both, but he had to pay shipping on both of them and didn't combine international shipping, which I thought was a thing, but it didn't happen. It only cost him $7 for each one. But
you think he would have?
I don't know. I've only
he
sold
bought them separately and not like, because he probably needed to like add them both to his cart and then check out at the same time.
And that's what he should have probably done, because
instead of like buying one and then buying the other one.
15 minutes later, the other one happened.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Yeah.
I mean, he didn't message me being, hey, can you combine shipping? And so I was going to do combined shipping, and it won't let me for international.
That makes sense.
So I
yeah.
had to ship each one individually because they got to inspect what they're sending overseas, and yeah, just weird.
They gotta make sure you're not shipping,
Interesting.
shipping drugs in
Right.
the packages,
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Or what was that Amazon thing where the dude was buying all the Amazon stuff and shipping back like sand? Like, do you remember
Oh,
that? He went to
really?
like prison.
uh,
You
Wait,
don't remember that?
he was shipping sand.
So, Amazon, he went to prison. He would buy like say like a iMac, like a laptop, right? And so he would buy it, return it, but instead of returning the item, he would just ship the exact weight in like a sand, like in a
Okay.
Really?
container, and then ship it back because I think that's all that Amazon needs at the time.
At the
And
time.
so it's just sitting in their warehouse, and like somebody like stumbled upon like a package that had sand in it, and then they looked into what the name was, and they found out there was like multiple returns for the same name, and they started opening up all the returns, and it was all sand.
sand. Wow.
Oh,
You don't remember? It was a pretty big.
No.
I
Let
don't
me see if I can
No.
find it. Let me see if I can find it.
How much time did he get?
I don't know. Let me see.
And you know what? Eventually, you're going to get caught because if they end up cracking that box open, your name's
Yeah.
on the return and the order that you bought it from. I'm like, it's that one's not a good one. I mean,
It
come
was
on, you gotta
dirt.
keep that
Here
one.
we go.
Dirt.
I have
Okay.
I have the article here.
Now,
So
if
we
it was
can
like
see it.
Florida beach sand, they might have been fine with it. 'Cause,
Yeah. It's fresh earth.
Amazon allegedly scammed out of $370,000 by a 22-year-old
wow.
return shipment of dirt. James
There's- I mean-
Gilbert Del Rocas. Oh yeah, it was in Spain. Switched Amazon by fulfilling orders, items, and dirt. Registered exactly weight of the product, and he received a refund from Amazon and selling the original item, according to El Español. So it was in Spain. The scam discovered until the random search, where someone opened a box and discovered it was full of dirt. Amazon's return policy states that items shipped from the website, including Amazon warehouse, can be returned within 90 days of receipt. Refunds are processed in a two-day business days, and customers can expect the refund show on the account in 3 to 5 days. So there you go.
There was no way he wasn't gonna get caught. Like it was.
right.
There's no way.
Yeah,
I
crazy
don't know what
story.
people think.
They
Well,
don't.
they think exactly. They think they
obviously.
can get away with it.
Right.
I think they can get away with it. But so back to your original question, Joe, the pickup. Do you think that maybe when you can't edit it, maybe the listing has to be like a new listing and then you have to turn pickup on? Or is it something that you can edit? Because I've always turned local pickup off. So I didn't know if
Yeah.
it's something that it won't go through. It's not in the edit tab.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have more
I
questions.
think it
on that.
has to be listed as local pickup when it's listed. I don't think that you
That's
can,
what I thought.
especially after the guy buys the item. He hasn't bought it yet.
Well, he didn't at the time. He just finally
Okay.
did like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But
Because
leading up
you-
to it, I'm trying. I finally, like I said, 20 minutes ago, looked into doing it, but it just would not. Nothing.
So
Yeah, you may have to cancel that order on him, relist it with the
With the
local
local
pickup
pickup.
added, because if you try to change it to local pickup afterwards, I had this same issue. eBay wants their fees. They want their fees off that shipping money, and
Yeah.
so they're not going to let you change it afterwards. So I would, if the buyer is amenable to that, I would cancel the order. I would relist the item, making sure you had local pickup chosen as an option. Then he should be able to choose that when he checks out.
Okay.
see, I'm looking at it right now on one of my listings, and under shipping method, the drop down menu says standard shipping, freight, or local pickups at the bottom.
When you go to edit it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So you can edit it after it's
You
been.
can edit it when it's listed, but not after it's purchased.
Yeah.
after it's
Yeah.
purchased.
Right.
But you couldn't find it to edit it before he
Right.
purchased the item, right?
Yeah, that's just it. Yeah, because when he messaged me, I was at work, and I'm like, all right, I'll just switch it on the app on my phone. I didn't see it, so
I don't think the app really shows everything now, does it?
Yeah,
well,
it might
neither
not
does the
be a.
computer
Oh.
because I was looking at the computer on a laptop and it wouldn't let me. It just gave like policies and different things, and it just
Right.
never. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and make a new listing and see if that pops up saying I can pick a local pickup and tell them to buy that one, and I'll cancel the other one.
We'll just do sell similar, and then
There you go.
Yeah.
you know
All
it
right.
should pop up.
Okay.
That's, I don't know. I've never done that, but like, cause like I've had like 2 people ever since I started doing this that want to pick up locally, and
I've only had a few as well. Yeah.
That's
and I've
interesting.
shipped from my house to like a house 10 minutes away, and they still pay shipping.
Oh, I had one. It was in my pizza delivery area. I know the house. I've delivered pizzas there, and it was going to that house. I'm like, I could bring it with me and just drop it off at the
You
end.
should.
Do
You should
Do
have
you
done that.
use shipping policies, Joe? Do you guys have policies set up?
Yeah.
Because I use the shipping policies, and I was just going into a listing to see if I was able to add the local pickup. I would have to edit that policy because that particular policy does not include local pickup in it. So that's probably why, because I wasn't seeing the option either when I was going in
Okay.
to edit it. And so if you are using policies, you probably need to edit that particular policy or edit it for that, just that one particular listing, which would create a new policy, but it might be beneficial in the future.
That's good
Right.
info right there, Ken.
Yeah, because I'm looking at it right now. If, like Brennan said, just do a sell similar right now, and
Yeah.
there is no free, or a local pickup. I mean,
You don't see like what I was saying though, like the drop down menu. Where's the shipping options? That's where it's at for me.
You're on your phone. Yeah, he's on your phone.
Oh, if you're on the phone, yeah, I'm on the. I did it on the computer, so.
right, and that's maybe where I need to go and try and sell
or-
similar on the
Mhm.
computer.
Set up a new policy for a local
But
pickup just for that one.
When you pick the policy of like what price, like the post office priority or UPS ground, you can only pick one of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Well, you can add multiple things in a single policy.
oh, really?
Like for
Yeah, that gives
shipping
them
options?
options. They can have different, because I have policies for like heavier items, and a person can choose if they want it to be ground advantage or UPS or priority mail. The customer can then choose which option that they want, and then you would just choose local pickup as also an option in the policy itself.
Interesting. Okay.
Joe, do you only list on your phone?
That's all I list is on my
Oh,
phone.
that's why.
I list on my phone too.
See, I don't. I list on the computer.
So you take your pictures and then drag it to your computer, or do you just take your pictures on your phone and then save the draft and then finish it? How do you do it, Brendan?
Well, I do. I use Vendu, and then Vendu has the app, and then you save it in there, and then just cross list from there. So
You
Right,
save
okay.
so you save what on Vendu?
like I'll take all the pictures. I'll like remove the backgrounds. I'll add the title, just like bare minimum, like the title and description, and then you save the listing, and then I go in on the and that's on the app, and then I go in on the computer, add the rest, and then start cross listing from there.
But you're creating a new listing every time you list something. You don't ever do like sell similar.
Not really, because like if I have to add, there's something wrong with it, or like I don't know. Like I could do that, but it's just easier. It's faster for me to list on 6 platforms, like like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
Okay.
So you just how do you do it, Ken?
I do most of my listing on the computer. I take all my photos on my phone. I just then transfer them to my computer and then do all the listings from there. I will do a sell similar. I will look up items, and I do a combination of whatever's the most convenient for the item. If I can find the exact item, I'm going to do a sell similar. If I got to do a lot of modifications to a similar item, I'll just do a new listing and put all the info in myself. Because with sell similar, you still have to go down through and check what the other person, because some people I don't understand what they put in all of those options.
It's wild.
And you still have to look through them anyway. And then I'll also use, if I'm listing common items, I have a number of different templates in eBay set up already. If I'm going to list like all hats or albums or plush or something like that, I'll use templates, and you can go through them fairly quickly.
When you do sell similar, are you sell similaring like a listed item or a sold item?
Usually it comes up with a sold item that I'm looking at, because I'm doing the search, then I'm kind of getting an idea of what the current ones are listed at. Then I'll go over to the solds. I'll see what they're really being sold for, and I'm usually doing the sell similar off of the sold ones because, well, that one's sold.
Yeah,
they're sold, and you know that something in their title, something in their description, caught somebody's eye, and of course you got to make your own description, but all of their attributes or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I'm curious to know how many people do sell similar. So put it down in the comments. Sell similar and list on the computer with separate, and then transfer everything over. So what does that look like on your end, Ken? Transferring the pictures from your phone to your computer.
Do you
email them to yourself? Like how are you doing that?
No, I just plug the USB. I just plug the phone in, and it calls up the folder, and I just drag them all over into. I have like what I call my working photos or working pics, and so they're just all in there. And then as I do the listings, and when I click on the add photos, it will go to that folder because that's the last folder that I use. And so it's really convenient. And then I just kind of do them in order that the pictures that I took the pictures in. That way I don't have to search through the folder for which pictures I want. And it goes, once you get into it, it goes pretty quick. Now, occasionally, if I'm comping something, I will go ahead and if I find a good listing, I'll go ahead and do a sell similar from my phone, which that's already creating the draft. And then I go to the draft on the computer and finish the listing there. That way I'm not kind of having to look stuff up more than once. And then there is also that feature, if I'm in a listing, maybe I forgot to take an angle or needed to point out something on a photo, there is that one where you can transfer it directly from your phone. You can just click on the button, go from your phone, and then it'll send you a notification to your phone. It takes you right to the listing. You add the photo real quick. Then I go back and finish it up at the computer.
Got it. I'm just curious to know how many people, because I do everything basically on my phone.
Right?
That's all it is. I even edit like YouTube videos on my phone.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. I do that on the computer. There's no way.
It's just more convenient for me to do it on my phone because I'm always with my phone and I can just do it wherever.
Right.
Rarely do I have to like sit down here on the desk and like.
Yeah.
Because I have to be like here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I kind of prefer that structured area. Well, I'm in my old office. My new office that I have out there is set up a whole lot better.
What's going on with that office? You've been working on it for like a year.
Well, I worked on it and I had it. It's pretty much done. Everything is done. But once, and it was real comfortable. It was nice to go out there and work and get stuff done. And then I started to sell on Whatnot. And now I have this whole influx of inventory that Jill has got, or that I have picked up, and so the place is just a disaster. There's stuff
So
everywhere.
where you do your whatnot shows, that's your office that you've been getting together.
It was originally. Recently, I have been doing the shows from in-house in my living room, just because I'm still working on the heating and cooling. I need to get a mini split to cool my area. I have a big heater, like a ceiling mounted heater out there, so I was good all winter. But when it got to summer, it's just too hot out there
Yeah,
to
it's,
even function. So I have to work early in the mornings or way late at night when it's a little cooler. But I've been doing my whatnot shows from here in the house, which is nice, but
Is it better?
it's a
Just
setup.
moving that stuff around though.
It's a setup and tear down and bring
Yeah.
everything in the house and stuff. Because I do all my listing and my drafting and stuff out in the garage. So it's a little more effort, but at showtime, it's a whole lot nicer. It's a whole lot nicer in the house.
Yeah.
in the house.
Yeah.
And Ken, I wanted to bring this up. You just had your first ever raid train,
Hey.
Yes.
the Christmas in
Yes.
July raid train. Tell us how that went.
It was great. We had a lot of fun. We had a good time organizing it. And shout out to everyone that participated. We're relatively new on Whatnot. I don't know how many shows we got now, 15, 20 shows under our belt. We've done a number of them. But not a huge channel, but everybody that I asked, everybody that we asked, big channels, small channels, medium channels, everybody just said immediately, yes, we'll do it. We'll come on with you, which was great, which was very humbling, because you get some bigger names. Like, I reach out to a guy like, Ray Nashville Flippers. And I say,
Yeah, right.
Ray,
Oh,
you want to help us out? And he's like,
no.
yes.
No.
I
He's
told
like,
you guys
no.
no.
But
I
he
said
does
no.
take Venmo.
Oh, see. You
Oh, that's
couldn't-
right.
you
Joe
couldn't
said
afford
no.
Joe.
Right?
Joe's on another level, Leslie. Joe's way.
Yeah,
He
Joe's on
is.
another level.
He's the upper
Yeah.
echelon.
We're paying Ken. If it makes you feel any better, we're paying him per episode, and his cost is like. That's why you're here, just in case things don't work out and his contract negotiations fall through. We can just
that's why you bring Ken. Just
yeah,
I see
just
my
in case
replacement
it's
now.
like an easy transition.
But I have to okay the replacement, Ken. So you better put on a good show today.
I will do my best.
And
But
Joe's
the raid
right.
train went
No, go ahead.
overall. It went great with nobody. We didn't have any issues with scheduling. Some people said I need to do like a later afternoon, or I need to do an earlier time. And we made up the schedule. Everybody was good. The train itself, it looked like everybody sold stuff, because we were there, modding for everybody all day, and which was a task in itself, just to help out. I wanted to be supportive of the people that were supporting us and agreeing to the show. But that's a lot of stimulus for me all day. Being, I'm pretty solitary here all day. I just work by myself all day, and I don't have a lot of interactions. And so all day you were on there, but it was really great. Looking forward to maybe setting one up in the future, not tomorrow, of course. Get past that one.
It is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of work for sure.
Yeah.
I just want to say thank you, Ken, because I know that you're accommodating with my schedule. Because I work on that Friday, and then just trying to get everything done work wise, and then get everything ready for the show. And I had to be the last one to go, because it's like I got stuff going on all throughout the day until late.
Yes.
On Friday.
Well, I couldn't have scripted a better ending to the whole train, with Ray sitting there, with all slicked back. He's got his glass of wine, and he's, just sitting by the table side, just a nice little cozy area, reading his reseller "'Twas the Night Before Christmas." Just very cool. And that's one thing. It's like you did that. You had your fireplace going on the TV in the back, and you were everybody all day long made some sort of an effort towards the Christmas in July theme. They were dressed festive. Some people had up lights. on one show we were even singing Christmas carols. They bring you on, do the split screen thing
Yeah.
and sing
Right.
Christmas carols, and just a really fun day. And and to have Ray anchor the thing for us was my honor to have you. And then Jill and I were just smiling cheek to cheek when you were, reading the reseller story there at the end. Just a fun time.
Yeah, it was fun for sure. I thought to myself, I need to do something that's a little different. It's like, what can I
Yeah.
do? So I just kind of like wrote that little story, and then you're getting a copy of it. So
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jill bought whatever the package with the stickers and
with the stickers and the copy of the story. So I
Very cool.
actually I read it to Joe every night before then, just so he can go to sleep.
That's
It
Joe's
just-
favorite story. Yeah,
It-
by far.
Yeah, I mean,
Little bedtime story.
I've recorded it now, so when I'm just delivering pizzas or on garage sales, I just silky smooth voice just telling me that story again.
Just play it.
Yeah.
But Joe, speaking of whatnot, I know that you had a little something in our Marco this morning that you brought
Yeah.
up that I had no idea, and I think it's exciting. I don't know if you watched Joe's Marco this morning, Ken.
I did.
Tell us about it for the people that may not know, because news to me.
So I just saw Harry Tornado was going to pop up today for whatnot, and sometimes I go in just to see how much people pay so much extra money for things just
I
from
know.
him. It's just like
Just makes you feel terrible, right?
I'm just like, seriously,
Yeah.
you guys,
I'm struggling to sell like
right?
like a $200 item for like $80, and
And he's selling like $5 Crocs for $35.
Yeah.
It's just like-
I saw him sell a rock, just like you'd pick up out of your garden that someone had like painted love. They wrote love on it, had some love on it. $51 for a rock.
it's just
Shout out to Josh though.
real,
Hey, he's
dude.
built
Hey.
his channel and
Yeah.
exactly.
his fans love him.
Exactly.
right? It's amazing. So clicked it, all of a sudden some banner thing popped up, and I took screenshots of it, so I'll send it to you guys. But it had like different badges you could get, and it said it was in the beta form up until September 9th, I think it was. And you either have to buy an item from them in the first one, which was bronze, I think, or watch 3 of his shows, or do something else. And then you could advance to the next one, which was probably silver. I don't even know. And then it went, there was like a diamond and platinum. And once you got to those, you just could buy something from Josh and then and Haley, and get like $10 off items and stuff. Once you got to like the bigger, I was just like, what the heck is this? This is crazy.
Once you give them $5,000, then you get something for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right.
I don't know exactly how that works, or if you need to pay for it, or you just get perks. So I just
It
did a
sounds
quick
like
Google,
it's just perks.
quick Google search. It's called the Welcome to the Rewards Club. We're employing a gradual rollout in the Rewards Club. That means it might take a little to reach all the users. We appreciate your patience as we work to make this exciting feature available to everyone. What is Rewards Club? All right, let's see here. Let's dig deep. Rewards Club is an achievement-based loyalty program that benefits both the buyer and the seller on Whatnot. A loyalty program that helps sellers grow their business, track buyers' interactions, and delivers fun rewards and recognition for its members. And always on an easy-to-enter loyalty program that deepens the connection between the buyer and the seller, will encourage incremental purchases. Okay, customization loyalty programs for sellers. The program has 5 tiers for the members to work through. That's what you were talking about, Joe. Each tier has a set number of achievements. Sellers determine compelling thresholds. Okay, so the sellers determine those thresholds. Members unlock tiers by completing the achievements. Rewards, benefits, and recognition is given to a member for their tiers unlocked. Memberships into programs is automatically by competing achievements. Loyalty programs reset seasonally after 3 months. Okay. That's good. Why customizable? Every seller's business needs a unique are unique and each seller's community is different. Rewards Club has designed to be flexible and able to adapt the business needs the seller's size. Okay.
So they already started this, or
They're in beta.
Okay.
And this is the first time. I mean, I saw Harry's Tornado Show yesterday again, just to see what he's selling, and that didn't pop up. But this morning, it was the first thing that popped up once I went to his show.
Some achievements include numbers of shows watched, numbers of purchases, and amounts spent. What rewards, benefits, and status can be unlocked. Sellers' rewards fulfilled by sellers. Coupons. Dollar-based coupons. Percentage-based. Benefits. Tier-only shows. Ooh, tier-only shows.
Ooh, interesting.
That's interesting. And then member status, which they mean tier badges. So they would have a badge next to their name. When do programs reset? And then they have the program resetting right there. So right now we're in June, July, and August, the summer program. So in the fall, September, October, November, those are probably be the big. They probably want to get it out during.
Shout out to fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, exactly.
Yeah. When they say badges, I'm just thinking like Pokemon gym badges. We gotta collect them all, you know.
Dude, I wonder if they're customizable, and you can put like a Pokemon gym badge.
Right.
Right.
You know, so it's like you get the leaf badge, you get the rock badge, or whatever. Ken, what are your thoughts on this?
Well, when I first heard Joe's message today, I thought, oh, great. Now they're changing up a bunch of stuff before a guy has really even learned, or got settled in on the current program. But this is what you're reading there. I kind of called the page up. I was following along too.
Yeah.
Very interesting and a very good way to build a customer base, a loyal customer base. I like those. I like that thing about the tier only shows, or the buyer only shows, or whatever it was, just because those are people that are already following you. They've already purchased from you. They're already following your shows, and you would have more of an opportunity to sell items because they're buyers.
Yeah. And I think it creates a sense of FOMO for the people that aren't.
Right.
So it's like, oh man, if Ray's bringing the fire at the end of the month, but you have to be in this certain tier to be able to get access to that fire.
Yes.
Then I need to start buying.
Yeah, I can see
stuff.
you could even offer discounts in those tier only shows.
Yeah.
Just because you're going to be selling lots of stuff spinning around in the old brain here.
Yeah, there is I am reading right here. You have to get on a wait list. You can sign up here on the wait list to unlock early access beginning editing tiers for season 1 launch. So that is probably how he got into it, Joe, that he was probably sent an email first to get on the wait list and go from there. So if anybody's listening to this that hasn't been on the wait list, go over to Whatnot, just type in rewards program, rewards club membership, and then there's the wait list there. So I'll sign up later. Oh, and then there's some parameters here. You have to have processed 50 or more non-giveaway orders. Have to have earned more than $1,000 on Whatnot. Have to be a seller on Whatnot for more than 30 days or longer. Seller rating has to be 0.8 or higher, and are not currently on any second offense in any violation category for the Whatnot guidelines. So
now Ken's already kicked out of that.
Yeah, you're done, man. You're done.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they even let me on the app. No, I am. Well, they didn't. I'm late to the game. We're just getting started and Whatnot, because when they first came out and they were talking about it, and I heard about the whole thing, I went in and signed up. But at that time, they were only taking basically, channels or people that had a big online presence. Whatnot, and I don't fault them for that. Whatnot was trying to build a business, and if you're going to make sales and build a business, you need people that are high profile. So my original application was kind of just met with crickets. I didn't hear anything, and so I was a little bit disgruntled with them, and I was on that whole, why would I get on? They only want high profile people, and why would I get on there and sell?
Ken, I was in the same boat. Go
Yeah.
back and listen to old podcast episodes.
Yeah.
Before
I
us.
was
Before
enemy
us.
number one.
Yeah,
So-
it was, and then we just decided, hey, let's try it. It looks fun. That now they're accepting everybody. You know, I pretty much, when I put my application in, I bet it was in an hour I was accepted,
Okay.
and I scheduled my onboarding for like later that day or the next morning, and now I was a Whatnot seller, and so I'm still working towards. We have not got to our first $1,000 in sales, and we're still building on our first, like, say, that kind of that benchmark of 1,000 followers. But we're getting close. We're in the 800s anyway, and working towards that
How many
1,000.
sales? You got to be
I don't
close.
I feel like you guys sell a decent amount.
Yeah, I feel like you got to be.
600 and some.
That's close.
Yeah,
600 and
nice.
some sales. So, we need a few good shows, and we got some things. I did my first, I guess you would say, solo show last week, because Jill is always here with me. She's either participating in the show or she's right there to kind of help. I can
helps a
hand
lot
stuff
when you
off
have
to her.
another
She's
person.
taking notes. She's organizing things when the buyers are buying things, so that when we're done with the show, here's this buyer's pile and here's this buyer's pile. And so I did my first show by myself last week, and it was a whole different thing to do it by yourself and have to keep all that organized and try to keep up with the chat, which I think is key. And actually, that show that I did by myself, I titled it as a pop-up show and chat practice, because I
Okay.
wanted to get used to reading the chat, because I'm not always interactive with everybody, because I like to welcome everybody in. I like to make sure that I catch all the comments if somebody has a question, or be able to go and see if somebody pre-bid on something. And that's what's really beneficial, to have Jill here and that second person. Plus, Jill's just fun on air as well. So
It's good to have another person to banter
It
with.
so is. Yeah.
And it just brings more like that one-on-one feeling with the people in the chat. But it is hard doing it by yourself. I recommend, if anybody can have somebody there helping you, even just like grabbing the item after it sells and just kind of like organizing, it helps a ton. It does help a ton. There is the town next to where I live, Kivadu, which is the biggest electronic seller on Whatnot, is their corporate headquarters is like the next town over.
okay,
When they do a show, I mean, they have employees that do their show, right?
Wow.
It's that big. They have two shows going at the same time. They have two accounts, Kivadu and Kivadu 2, which are selling electronic items like 8 hours a day on both channels, right? So something that they do, which I want to go there and just kind of learn and just kind of figure out how they do everything. And I've kind of DM'd and emailed them back and forth. They have a scanning system. Each item has a scan barcode, and they scan the item. That automatically pops it up on the Whatnot, so the listing is already there.
Wow.
And then when they go and list the item, all they have to do is upload a file, and so everything is already listed. And if you go and list something on the computer, I don't know if you've ever seen that. There's an option to list through file or something like that.
yeah.
So you can
I've seen that.
upload a file, like you can just be on your computer and list everything, just kind of like an Excel spreadsheet. I don't know exactly how it's done, but just so you're not having to list everything individually and just one upload all at one time. So I want to get with them and just kind of figure how they do stuff and to scale to see if there's anything
and
that
I
we
guess
can implement.
They're selling new, either new or boxed electronics that do have a barcode, much like what you are doing. You're selling new electronics, or they might be an open box, a new open box, but you have those barcodes. Where I'd sell in, say, the garage store sale category.
true.
Joe, I know you guys do that as well.
Yep.
Brendan, are you a seller on Whatnot?
I'm approved. I just never done a show.
Okay, because I know I see you on there. I see you in our chats and stuff.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
But,
work.
I just like to be in the shows. I just like to be in the shows. That's why. but like just to, what maybe I say dumb stuff or whatever, but like all you guys have fun shows. That's why I keep coming back.
Yeah.
Like when you do them. So I try to be there as much as I can.
When is your next show, Joe? You guys plan? I know that you were kind of kicking around the idea.
No idea. We're taking the summer off. We're taking the summer off for everything right now.
Yes.
Hey, sometimes you need it.
Because you're pretty much buried in with snow all winter, so there's nothing better to do than whatnot at that time. So take advantage of the summer.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Ray, I was going to say you should call those guys and see if you can come in and do a YouTube, do a video for.
Oh no, for sure. I've already. They did put out a like a Instagram, like, hey, we need content creators to help us make content or whatever. So
there you go.
They sent me a message. They're gonna email me, and we're gonna collab somehow.
Very cool. Great opportunity.
That is on the thing.
That's a whole nother, us little people like, the three of us, doing
exactly
compared to what they're doing. I mean,
here's the thing: like, you have to have, first of all, you have to have the buying power to be able to buy big things. Which, realistically, that's kind of like where I want to be. To where, in the future, ideally, my big plan is to be a full-time reseller, quit my job, and then buy bulk. I mean, I'm talking about buying trailers full of
like
goods,
a tractor trailer show up
and
at
then
your place.
just run, and then constantly have running inventory and doing stuff like that. Have 2 or 3 employees, shipping, all that stuff. Like, that's the ultimate goal that I want to do.
Yes.
Not necessarily like me having to do the show every time.
Right.
Like, if I wanted to do Whatnot or eBay, like, I would have to have employees and do all that stuff. And that's what I would like to do. And go from there. And that's a big scale thing. Which I think if I really wanted to do it now, I think I could. But just finding, and here's another thing that I wanted to bring up. The things are drying up.
That's my problem. That's my problem.
Yeah.
Too.
I mean, the place where I went, where I took you, Joe, to that where we got the $7 items.
Yep.
Something's going on there. They didn't have half of the stores that they usually have bins last Friday. It was a quarter of them. So I don't know if they're going to quit doing them, or like maybe the truck didn't come or something like that, which scares me, because the new $7 bin store that I've been going to, how I feel about that place.
You said it's trash.
So I had to go. I went last Friday where I wanted to go in my bread and butter store. They didn't have bins, so I had to go to the other store, and I didn't get anything. I did, but it's not like the other store. So it's like I'm worried about it.
And those are the main stores you have? Like, it's only those 2?
It's those 2. And then before the new one opened, it was just that one.
Right.
Now, this company that you were talking about that you're going to kind of collab with on some videos and you're going to go check out that sells, do you think there's a sourcing opportunity with them, that if they have such an abundance of electronics, perhaps maybe you can work to deal with them?
What's the reason for them to sell it to me, where they can just sell it themselves?
Well, because you're the Nashville flipper.
Yeah. I mean, that's right.
There you go.
I couldn't have said that better myself, Brennan.
I wanted
to answer that.
I wanted to show you this. So this list on the right, that used to be like double the list. So that was last week's list, which my town would have been on there. The 26, look how small it is compared to that one. And then the one on the right is not even a quarter of the stores that they had before.
Wow.
So they might just quit doing it altogether.
So why do you think that is? I mean, plenty of people are returning crap. I mean,
either they want to put the stuff on the shelves, make more money, or
do you think there's so much competition in this now? Everybody's getting into going to number one. There's more and more different bin stores that are popping up, which means they got to get their inventory from somewhere, and there's more and more buyers that are out there buying the stuff up.
The best one that I've ever been to is the one that we went to. My buddy, shout out to Bearded Fine Steven. He took me to one in North Carolina. Everything there was $12, but everything there was fire. It was all good stuff. It wasn't like random, just like Amazon like bull crap, like I don't know, like lawn lights or something that would never. It would be like really good stuff. So
yeah.
And it was, what was it called? It was called like Where You Been? Where You Been?
Where you been?
Yeah. And the cool thing about this place too is that everyone comes, like, it doesn't matter what spot you are online. Well, it does a little bit, but they number you off 1 through 6. So like they go down the line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they start over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you have 6 lines, and they have this big dice, and they roll the dice.
Oh, nice.
And so whatever number of the dice rolls on, that's which line gets to go in first.
Oh,
and then roll the
wow.
dice
That's
again.
Cool. That's cool.
And they go. So
Yeah,
if the
that's
dice
nice.
keeps falling on 6 and 6 is already in there, you have like this crazy amount of time where you're just like in there by yourself, like digging.
Oh, wow. So they don't even roll another dice right away. They're like, oh, there's
Well,
a
they do.
thing.
They roll it.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah, they like, you go
those guys
in
are-
and they roll it, but it keeps landing on a certain number. So
right,
like if you're the last number to get called, well, I guess they'll just like let you in, but
right.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's fun. That makes it fun to go to a place like that. That
Yeah. Oh,
chance
yeah.
and
Or be pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that too. That too. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but we had a really good show last Saturday. We had like one of our biggest I wanted to show you this video. We had a guy buy $400 worth of items, right? And so this is us like packing his box. So like it was just like
Is that the guy that bought all the guitars and like everything? Like
he bought like all the like car radios, like anything having to do with audio. He purchased. The box was 56 pounds,
Wow.
but that's how much he paid for it. I think in reality it weighed like 40 something.
Okay.
So 400. That's my foot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's packed.
Yeah, it's packed full of really good stuff. So he spent $440 plus shipping.
nice. Great
So
sale.
it was a good sale. And this guy was the new buyer. Never been on there before. Just randomly
Really?
popped in and he spent over $400 worth. of
Found your
stuff.
channel. So hey, shout out
You
to Ray for being out there and
Right.
It was
Bringing in the
like, his name was
crowds.
like 808
Yeah, right.
something. So
Keep
that's
coming
what I'm
back.
But I'm worried, guys, because it's dry. Things are drying up, and I'm not too happy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to look for maybe like a good place where I can purchase pallets and not get screwed over.
yeah.
And because those things.
I'm
are
sure
sneaky,
you
man.
have
There's a
tons
lot
of
crooks.
pallet sellers in your area,
We'll
don't
find
you?
out.
'Cause we have one it's actually just right around the corner, and I live in a really small town, so it's interesting that we have. You go out there, they'll either sell them that way, or you go out like on a Saturday morning, and there's people just lined up in the parking lot, and they auction off
Exactly.
these pallets of stuff.
I'm worried about that's why I gotta mention this, that you have to make sure you find a good spot to buy pallets, because every time that I've ever purchased pallets, like a quarter of it I would have to throw away because it's just broken or messed up, and that's the risk of buying pallets is that stuff. And that's why I like digging through these bins, because it's basically everything that you would find on a pallet, but you can look through it, make sure everything's there, make sure things aren't broken, and then go from there.
Yes.
So
And you get
that-
to be choosy about the types of items you get rather than just
Exactly.
random lawn lights.
Yeah, exactly. Like I got a $200 pool cover sitting in my garage that's been listing forever, that was on a pallet. That I'm like, I gotta sell it, but it's
Yeah.
a pool cover,
So what are you gonna do with it? I mean,
It's listed on eBay.
oh, it's on eBay. Oh, okay.
It's on eBay, but the thing weighs like 1,000
Oh,
pounds.
they're
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
know?
heavy. Yeah.
That's where you do your free local pickup. What we're
Hey.
talking about.
Exactly. See? There you go.
There you go.
Bring it right
how
back
you did that
around.
there, Brennan.
Try,
I
man.
could have used that a few weeks ago because my neighbors were spraying their lawn, and that the airborne stuff goes into your pool, and then just instant algae in your pool. I fought that.
Oh,
I'm still fighting
Wow.
the issue. So, or if
Well,
I'd
I
known
know-
they had sprayed, I would have put a cover over it and let it sit there for a day. And let
I
the-
know a guy that's got a cover, and I'll broker a deal for
Mhm.
you.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a round. I don't know what if it's a
Right,
round
right.
cover or what.
Right here.
Well, hey,
And,
you're coming. You're coming in here in like 2 weeks, right?
well,
like
the
3
14th,
weeks.
the 14th, whatever. Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
3 weeks.
Okay.
About that. Yep.
You're going to
Yeah.
Nashville?
Yeah, so we're going. The Consignment Chat ladies have a reseller meetup thing, and we're
Okay.
meeting in Gatlinburg. Ken, you should come. You're probably what, a few hours away. So
Yeah,
we're.
it's,
Gatlinburg?
Well,
I didn't know you guys
Come
were going
on,
to that.
Joe. We need to take you back to geography class.
Geography lesson. Let me see.
Or no, wait. What?
What?
Let me
Dude,
see.
do you know where Gatlinburg is?
I don't. I'm looking
no,
up right now.
Navigating to Gatlinburg.
It's a little over 7 hours
Is it
for,
driving?
for me.
For me? If it's from here, it's 10 hours.
Yeah,
See, easy drive.
easy
No,
drive.
yeah, no big deal.
Brendan, as you're coming down, pick up Ken and Jill, and just
There you
It's
go.
a 3.5
shot down.
hour drive for me.
yeah, I know. That's why we went to Nashville
Oh.
because all the flights were just screwed up trying to fly into there.
Because there's nothing over there. You have to go to
Right.
like Knoxville.
So that's why we in Knoxville was the same thing. It was always like, all right, you're leaving early Sunday morning or not until Monday, and Nicole can't have Monday off. So
Mhm.
I'm like, let's just go to
Yeah.
Nashville. We'll fly in Wednesday night in Nashville, meet up with that guy, Ray, on Thursday morning, have some breakfast and whatever, and then take the 3-hour drive. I'm renting a car. I don't
Perfect.
care. And then we don't leave until like 6 o'clock Sunday night. So we got plenty of time to drive back.
So
I
just
didn't know.
let you know.
I didn't know you guys are going to that.
Yep, we
meetup.
are.
I'm surprised you didn't know about it, Brendan.
No,
Yeah,
I knew.
right.
I knew about it, but I didn't know that they were going.
Our picture's on the thing. Like Nicole
it?
and I with the chat ladies. Yeah. Yep.
I've only seen it like one time, so
So
Oh,
here's Gatlinburg right over here, Brendan.
okay.
So Nashville is just a straight shot. But I'll tell you what, though, right when you get here, Joe,
Yeah.
the elevation skyrockets because you're in the Smoky Mountains and it's
Sweet.
crazy
Okay.
scary.
Sweet.
So
I've,
yeah,
I've driven in Colorado many times, so
Okay.
I have,
but this is like backwoods, no guardrails, smoky
really?
route. You
so
know,
you're saying I really need to have the camera turned on my phone and watch Nicole freak out as we're like hanging out.
for sure,
Nice.
sure, going up
Right.
that mountain. Oh, and then if you're going to Gatlinburg, you're gonna pass Pigeon Forge, which is like another right next door. That's where Dollywood is.
They were talking about maybe
There
going
you
there.
go.
But it's you need to count how many pancake restaurants you see when you go to Gatlinburg.
Hey, as long as there's no Waffle House, I'm good.
Dude.
Oh,
missing
dude,
out.
don't hate on my Waffle House.
No, dude, missing out.
All-star
Dude.
special.
I wish we had one Waffle House in Michigan, just one.
Joe, I don't understand
Oh,
why
you don't have
like
any at
Waffle
all?
House.
No, there's none.
I don't understand why you don't like Waffle House.
Yeah, I don't either. You guys made me go to it that one night, and then I got sick the next day. And yeah, I don't know why I don't like Waffle
So
House.
what?
And then
made
you tell
sick?
me,
you
oh,
had the same
yeah.
thing we had.
But
No, he
then
got-
you guys
he
are
got the
telling me
most-
next day, you're like, yeah, that waffle looks sketchy. Nobody ever gets sausage. They always
Dude,
get bacon. I'm like,
You had the most plain waffle. There was no fruit in it at all. Or nothing.
Exactly.
I was like,
fruit and stuff is gross when it's warm.
Oh,
I mean, why
man.
would I do that?
Dude, no.
And even still, you guys are like, yeah, that waffle did not.
It did look a
good.
little
Like,
sketch. It was like wider than Casper the Ghost.
because
Tell
there's no
me,
fruit.
tell me that the next day after I've been sick. That's
And he
great.
gets sausage. No, I have never seen
I've
anybody
never
get
got
sausage at a
there.
Waffle House.
Bacon always. Oh man.
Did you get eggs?
I don't like eggs.
You like eggs?
No,
Why?
I don't know because it's
What
good
do you
food.
Tell me
eat,
why.
Joe?
What about eggs do you not like?
I don't like the taste of eggs.
I love eggs.
You don't put salt and pepper, get a little cheese, get a little ketchup,
No.
maybe some Tabasco sauce.
No.
You don't like any
good.
kind of hard boiled, scrambled, over easy.
No eggs, Ray. I can make
No
make anything. I mean, I was a cook in many restaurants.
That's right. You're like culinary.
I'm
like,
making Nicole awesome omelets and eggs over easy and all that. I mean, I can do it all. I ain't gonna eat it.
What about
Why?
Easter eggs?
Are they filled with candy?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, well, there we go.
What's your
The
favorite food,
plastic
Joe?
ones that
What's that?
What's your favorite food?
Oof. Wow. Let's see. I mean, I love popcorn.
Popcorn.
That's Ken. Ken's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And you like popcorn too, like that?
Oh, I love
Mac and
popcorn.
cheese.
I am a
You didn't know that?
No,
You want me
not
to-
like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did some. You talked about it on something.
yeah. I
And then
mean,
was texting you about popcorn later on.
there's different textures and flavors and sweetness and
You like all of them, like kettle corn. You like the
Not
cheddar with the
oh
caramel.
no, I like
Caramel.
I like caramel corn. I like but I don't like to put all the different like they have
Like
all
the
the different
dust.
flavorings
Yeah.
and stuff, the
Yeah.
ranch and all that stuff. No, I like
Yeah, no.
straight popcorn with butter. But yeah, and I go through different phases. Like right now, I'm on a medium white kick. That's what I like.
Medium
Sometimes
white.
I get into the yellows. You know, you got your purple, your blue, your black pearl. You
Wait,
got your
wait, wait,
lady
wait, wait,
finger.
Purple.
Right, you don't- yeah.
Yes.
What are you talking
it-
about?
It does. It's
The
the
kernels.
kernels. The kernels
Yeah.
are purple. They don't pop. It
Oh.
doesn't pop. It doesn't pop. But a purple is going to be a little denser of a when it pops, and it has a little more chew to it than say like a medium white. Or if you get into the yellow strains, those are all the ones that taste more like corn. They have more of a corny flavor to them, and so I go through different phases of what I'm into as far as popcorn.
So
And,
Dude, don't play with Ken when it comes to the popcorn.
I'm thinking like microwave popcorn, movie theater popcorn.
no,
This
no,
man is
no,
getting-
no.
He's in depth.
Specific kernels.
Mhm.
You gotta cook your own microwave popcorn. Yeah, quick bag every now and then. I don't even keep it in the house.
No.
Really?
But I do have several varieties in the cupboard of popcorn, depending on the mood I'm in that day.
So who's this?
And,
Who's this popcorn supply? Who's this corn supplier that you got?
Who's the plug?
There's a brand around here called Amish Mart that they sell in kind of not specialty stores, but you can't just buy it everywhere off the shelf. And they have all the different varieties. And that's, and you know, I'm specific about my oils and my butters. I'm trying to perfect the movie theater experience. And I think I'm right there right now.
How are
with,
you cooking the popcorn?
I have a pan. It's called a Whirly Pop. Shout out to Wabash, the Whirly Pop. I think it's Wabash Farms or whatever. It's like an aluminum pan, and it has
Yep.
a crank on the side of it that stirs the popcorn, you know, while you're doing it. Now the key to, you know, not having like the uncooked kernels, like having the old maids, as my mother would call them,
Old maids.
is the kernels that don't pop.
Wow,
to-
I'm learning
to-
so much right now.
Yeah, all these terms are
I'm like
foreign to me.
blown
Like,
away. I'm blown away.
If you want like almost a full pan with very few kernels, what you want to do is you want to preheat your oil. You drop a couple of kernels in there, and once those pop, then you put the rest of your kernels in there, give them a good stir, and then once the first kernel pops, you take it off of the fire for 30 seconds. I even count it, 30 seconds. Then you put it back on the heat. And what that does is that allows for, a lot of people think that, oh, I keep popcorn in the freezer. Don't keep your popcorn in the freezer. That's
In
the
the
worst
freezer?
place to keep.
I've never
Yeah,
heard
people
that.
will put their jars of popcorn because what makes the popcorn pop is the water that's inside the kernel. And so if you do that, you let the first kernel pop, you know your oil is the right temperature. You take it off the fire for about 30 seconds, let it cool. That allows the temperature of all of the kernels to kind of rise to the same temperature. And then you put it back on the fire. You know, give it a slow stir, and then it pops then quicker and almost pretty much, I'm going to say 99.8% of the kernels pop every time.
Wow. No old
And
man.
in the thing, your buttery topping, little dash of salt, one flip in the bowl, another light coating of butter, another light coating of salt, then like 3, 4, 5 shakes to get it all. Then a last little coating of butter and some salt. Then you're in the chair and you're enjoying your favorite movie at home.
Wow.
It's an experience.
Why
You
don't
didn't
you
know
have a
there was a
YouTube channel
science.
doing this?
For real.
Like showing people. Or you can call
You
it
know-
Corny Ken with the K. Like this is so intriguing to me. Like
Ken has a doctorate in popcornology.
yes,
If I made,
Nice.
I actually did
Nice,
once.
Brendan.
Well, I started seeing all these different things. It's like purple popcorn, black pearl. What's this? So I actually sat and studied popcorn. What makes it pop? Why it pops? What the different textures? What the different sweetness? What the different corn flavor is to all of the ones that were at least available to me, in my area. And you know, the fresher you can get the popcorn, the
what
better.
makes popcorn fresh? Like what makes it fresh?
That it's just newer, you know, picked or whatever, more recent than others, because it does get stale in the cupboard. You know, you would think, oh, popcorn just lasts forever, but those kernels dry up on the
And that's what
inside.
makes
The
it a good
water
pop.
evaporates and you get a good pop. And there's different, you know, like if I make homemade caramel corn, there's a different style of corn. You ever notice caramel corn is always more like just a round
Yeah.
popcorn? You know, that's around here they call it like a mushroom style, and it pops up like round. So if I'm gonna make caramel corn at home, I'm gonna use that. And you know, if you're gonna string some popcorn for the tree at Christmas time, you know, you want to probably use just your basic yellow, because it pops with all of the little crown, you know, the little crowns, and you can, but it has a big top to it, and you can string that up nice. Oh yeah, there's
Wow.
I never knew. You need to document this information because I feel like this will be lost throughout the generations.
I feel bad for anybody that's out there eating microwave popcorn, or they're like, oh man, I'm an Act 2. I love Act 2, or I'm an Orville Redenbacher, and I'm like, you just don't know.
Act 2, gosh,
Right?
I even know not to eat Act 2.
So
Ken, you need one of those in the movie theater, the butter dispenser, like where it pours all over. You need one of those in house. Like in your house.
You know what? I do, because I have everything. I have a full-size cotton candy maker. I have a snow cone machine. I have a nacho warmer. I have my own like full-size popcorn popper. I did recently, what's allowing me to perfect my popcorn recently is I received a gift from Corey at Grams and Pops. It was a vintage butter, like you would put a stick of butter in this thing and it melts it down, and then you can spray it out, or it has an attachment that you could butter corn with or whatever, but it heats that butter, much like at the movie theater. That oil butter is so I don't use real butter on the popcorn, but I have found a brand of butter that I like, and then I heat it in that thing,
Berman?
and then I can spray out. Yeah, I should see if Berman's does.
That's right. Hey, that's a throwback, right? That's a
That
callback,
is.
ladies and gentlemen.
It is. But yeah, that heated buttery oil has been the key and has really stepped up my popcorn. Like I say, I'm right there at
Gosh.
movie theater. I think if I was using a yellow corn and not the medium white, I would be, because they're using a yellow corn at the theaters. So I would be right there.
Your place sounds like a fun house with all the machines. Like,
Dude,
cotton
you
candy,
not know this man?
Oh, the things, yeah, Brennan, he was giving me some ideas on stuff I could do for the game
Yeah.
show or
There
pool
you
parties,
go.
which, by the way, Ken, in
Yes.
2 weeks, I have another pool party. Do you want to just come and bring all that stuff, the cotton candy?
I
Just
could.
kidding.
I could set it
Nachos.
up, and
Yep.
I might even bring a lemonade stand.
There you
just-
go.
Yeah, you shout out to Ray. But
Also, if you do, I will make my ribs because the ribs, that's another
Really
food.
good?
My ribs were fantastic.
they looked phenomenal.
Yeah. I did some about a month before, and I was just like, okay, something did not go right. But these, yeah, they were perfect.
I
With
think
your
the
ribs
best
and Ken's
compliment-
popcorn? Are you kidding me?
Man.
What's that?
That's a day. Your
With
ribs
your
and my
rib
popcorn.
yeah.
I think the best compliment I ever received from anybody is a guy looked at me one time. He's like, "Man, you're like a carnival waiting to happen." And I was like, "Exactly.
Got that carny spirit, man.
I do.
You have to
Yeah.
have some carny in there somewhere.
Oh, I always would be my dream job is to be a carnival barker, one of them guys, on the midway that's trying to call people into like the games or those guys that, sell all the knives and stuff like that, right there on the midway. And that's
That's fun.
my dream come true.
You should do that on a whatnot.
Oh,
Yes. Well, see,
Yeah,
that's
the Carnival Ken.
originally that's what I thought was, that I would kind of adopt some of that on whatnot, but it's not. They're bidding by swiping.
Yeah.
I think if it was a live auction sort of, that's what I thought. I'm going to get on whatnot, and I'm going to be, hey, where's the bidder? Who's the bidder? What are you going to give me for it? What are you going to give? I got $100 bid now, 2, now 2, now 3, now 4, now 5. I got 5, 5, 5 a quarter, 5 a quarter, 5 and a half. 75.
I mean,
And I should be bigger than I am.
You should be carny.
I hold myself back.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
All right. It's a lot of work. It's it's a lot
It's
of
a
work.
lot of work being me. Yes.
Guys, I did want to bring up this subject because I thought this was a little intriguing, and so I want to get you guys' take on this. So, as you know, I love trading cards, right?
Yes.
Pokemon cards, trading cards, all of it. So there was this guy that bought a CT scanner on eBay and has been working on this CT scanner, and now he can scan packs of cards, unopened packs of cards. As you can see, there's some vintage unopened packs of Pokemon cards, both $249. And he can see inside the card using a CT scanner to see if it has anything good in the card.
Wow. Is that the one? Is that the thing you sent us in the text when you texted us?
Did I? I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is going to be insane.
Absolute game changer right there.
But there is something that people have been doing, like if you go to conventions and stuff like that, you can't the vintage sets, you can weigh the vintage sets. So like the higher weight is going to cost more because that one actually has like a hollow in it, and they're priced as so, right? So like this one will be like, people will be like, this one's weighed, this one's a heavy pack, this one's a light pack. So the prices are a little different. But now, knowing that you're guaranteed the car that you're looking for,
Right.
I feel like this is diabolical.
I did that. I went to some estate sale like 2 years ago, and it was packed full of stuff. And way in the back, they had one of those packs on there. They had the Zapdos, the brown ones. And
Yeah.
I got it for $1.
Whoa.
And
Really?
yeah, and I was like, man, should I open it or should I just see what's in there? And I didn't open it.
It's
And
not
then-
worth opening. The
and then-
chances is
Yeah, and then I read up on what you were saying. Like they're heavier if they had the hollows in there, and so it's like a certain weight if you have it in there. So I weighed mine, and it didn't have it, and I still sold it to somebody in Australia for like $225.
nice.
Did you say that it was a light pack?
Yeah, I said I took a picture of the scale and all that stuff. So yeah,
Yeah. But
Very cool.
it's got to be a gram scale, Joe, because I know you got gram scales laying around your house, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
and nickel bags and all that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had to go buy a gram scale for that reason, to weigh packs. And the only place I could find it was at a discount tobacco store.
See, the one I got off eBay, and you can switch it from like grams to ounces to.
Yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah.
Switches.
So I don't know, guys. This could be. It's diabolical.
It is.
Yeah.
It
They're
seems a
making
little
it-
unfair, but
Yeah, they're making
hey.
it to where they want to be able to see a box and go through the packs and see what's in there. And they're not just Pokemon cards, but like sports cards and like.
yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
remember
kinda scary.
back in the day, they would have like the little patches for, the jersey patch. On the
Yeah.
card. And like people would have like a little, I don't even know what the heck the things are called. And they'd be like, they'd go across and see if they could feel a little bump, or they would put rub their hands on it. And then they'd be like, okay, I'm going to grab that pack. And then now, I mean, it's been a while, but now they put like a card. The companies would put a card with a little something bump in it. So you would think, oh, there's one in there. And you open it, it's just a fake card with, some weird sticker
man.
that fools the people now. And
Usually they put those cards like towards the middle. I know with Pokemon cards, they put the good card in the middle.
Yep.
So like you can stay protected by all the other cards. So that's why when you open up a pack of Pokemon cards, there's like a card trick to where you can like
You can
like
count
three
so
to the-
many.
Yeah, like 3 to the back. You put them in the front, so the last card is like the good one. So when you're
Yeah.
like opening it up, like the anticipation of it is the last one.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but I wanted to bring that up because I thought it was crazy,
It is crazy.
diabolical. So one more thing, or unless you guys got anything.
I was going to say, talking about the estate sale that Brendan was talking about, it made me think. I went to some big citywide last week, but a friend of mine he went to an estate sale, and I saw the sign in my delivery area, and I was trying to find it, and he messaged me, and he's like, did you go to that? And I said, no. He said this lady was not prepared. She was supposed to be open Thursday, didn't open on Thursday. People came Friday just chewing her out for not being open on Thursday.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, just grab whatever, and we'll just figure out a price. The guy said he found whatever, or somebody else, and she started looking up on eBay. And she's like, okay, so this sells for this. He said there was 2 jars of old marbles. She was asking somebody to pay $300 for it. And the people were just irate of like,
I guess you could say she lost her marbles.
For real.
You could say that, yeah. But yeah, have you guys seen an estate sale where it's just complete chaos? Nothing's priced. I guess the people they knew the guy who lived there, and they were calling him saying, what are you thinking of having this lady try and run it? She is not.
Oh, that's
I
true.
wish I could have gone, but I had pool party on
Yeah.
Saturday and I couldn't make it over there because I just wanted. I wish I had my cat. I would have recorded that stuff because that's like gold right there. Like, look at
Yes.
this lady that just had.
Mhm.
You keep bringing up this pool party. Could you tell us a little bit more about the pool party? See,
I'll-
guys, you don't know, but Joe is like rich. He has a pool.
He's-
He's like has a huge backyard. Don't you have a pond in your backyard?
Well, there is a pond in the
See,
backyard.
he's like
yes.
wealthy.
Yes.
is-
Right. Yes, sure.
I mean,
am.
look, he's got one of one art behind him. I mean, this man is rich.
That is true. That is, probably it's not one of one, but
Joe painted that himself.
it did
Yeah.
come from
Oh,
it did
yeah.
come from like England or
Multi-talented.
something like that. Nicole found it. So it's it's
The man has pool parties. He eats ribs.
bougie is
Oh,
what
yeah.
you call that, right?
Mhm.
Call that
Ribs
bougie.
are about the most bougie food you can get.
Yep.
Joe, is that the
That's what I've
time?
heard.
Is that the time around the time you're having that picnic or whatever? I saw that
The
invite.
picnic is in the end of September. So
Oh, okay.
the reseller picnic.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Brendan, there's no ribs for that one.
You're having a reseller picnic?
Yep, we were gonna because we started a page called Minnesota Reseller Connection just to get
Okay.
because
Yeah.
we love going to
Yeah.
like the Boss Reseller Remix and like networking with people and hanging out. So then Nicole's like, let's start a page. I don't even know, there's maybe 300 or 400 people on the page or something like that. So
Okay.
we're like, all right, well, let's do meetups. Like we did a few meetups at the Goodwill Bins at the Good One, and like we would set up a little coffee stand and donuts, and we'd talk for 20 minutes
Yeah.
before they open the door, and then we, hey, what'd you find? And let's make Joe wear it because it's super crazy, whatever. So we would do things like that, and we just haven't done one since last October.
Okay.
Again, taking the summer off, and we finally figured one out. It's going to be in our town, just at a park, And then it's like if it rains, then like, all right, come to our house. We'll just hang out here because we don't know how many
That's
people are going
cool.
to show up or anything like that. So
Mhm.
I'm going to grill some burgers.
You're inviting all these random people in your house?
Well, that's what Nicole said. We're just hoping it doesn't rain. That's all.
Yeah,
They have
right.
canopy. They have big things. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
They still got to pee and poop in your house.
We do have toilets, Ray. Yep. We have multiple.
But I'm
because,
just saying,
I'm rich.
Yeah, let's send them to the backyard.
And pooping in there.
Well, see, I'm going to have Ken show up. He's going to bring the porta potty along with
There you go.
the cotton candy
Yes.
machine, the nachos, the icy,
I bring it all. I'm a one-man event.
right?
You need to get one of those, like when you go to weddings, those trailers with the bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Those are nice.
I mean, there is a porta potty just down the street at the park. We'll just
oh
have it.
yeah, just
walk,
grab it.
give them
Yeah,
an umbrella.
Just wheel it back to your house.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's not a bad idea, too.
Without tipping it. Without
Yeah,
tipping
yeah.
it. Though. Try to
Just
get
be
it.
real careful. Just have somebody to pick it up, just stick it on a skateboard, and just roll it down.
Well,
Right.
I mean, my dad has a Bobcat. We'll just go and
Oh, there.
works, pick it
Oh.
up, bring it right now. Right.
Look at
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Man.
We got it all planned out.
It's on the weekend, right?
It's a Saturday.
Yeah. See, they won't miss it. They won't miss it.
Not at all.
They're working on the
Nope.
weekend.
Right. Yep.
I remember seeing a video of, I don't remember how long ago this was, Joe grilling in front of the Goodwill bins. It
That was like in the wintertime, right? Wasn't
yeah,
that in the wintertime?
yeah, it was in the wintertime.
I wasn't grilling at the Goodwill.
You were like, it wasn't like, it was right there, and you had the grill like open, and it was definitely wintertime.
I think I remember. Or maybe he
I
wasn't
think
grilling.
I
This
think
is
I
like 2
remember
years
that
ago.
too.
Like probably 2 years
Was
ago.
it? Was that one? Somebody was there visiting, right? And they were doing that bins like competition thing.
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
They were
Yeah.
doing like one of those like scavenger
Joe, have you
hunt
ever
things.
grilled outside of the Goodwill bins?
No.
Have you
That's
ever
the
grilled?
part that I'm like, wait, what is going on here? I mean, Nicole did do a video when I had like that new Blackstone flat top thing. And I was making, I don't even know what it was. And it was winter, snow was just flying everywhere or whatever.
Okay,
and I'm
maybe.
out there.
Maybe that's what we're.
Oh, and I had like the nightlight thing on my forehead so I could see what the hell I was doing. So.
The
But
commitment is real.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You ever grill? Senior year of high school, 2005, episode 3, Revenge of the Sith came out. It was the best weekend at the time of my life. Listen, Star Wars came out on the Friday. I graduated on the Saturday. So that
Damn.
Friday we went to the movie theater and we grilled out.
Mhm.
We had Wookiee burgers. We had all kinds of really great stuff. And then it was awesome. It was awesome. So
Were the
I can
burgers
really
shaped like a Wookiee or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you think? That we murdered Wookiees and ate
Well,
them?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to
Possibly,
figure
yeah.
out. I mean, we get it.
What do you think? I am a savage over here, Jojo?
Yes. Yes.
See,
I did want to bring up this this subject. So that's another reason why I wanted to bring up Ken.
Yes.
So the new college football 25
Oh,
video game,
yeah.
right? So I have
Yes.
created a reseller team
Okay.
of resellers, and I finally got all the teams together. I've created all the players, and the name of the team. Shout out to Joe because he's a big Sasquatch lover. It's
Okay.
Flip You Yetis. The Flip You Yetis.
Flip you. Okay. All
Flip
right.
You. So Flip University because I ran out of
Yeah.
Yep.
let me see if I can bring up the what the logo and stuff looks like because it's pretty cool. I don't know. I googled like Yeti logo, and this is what came up, or the one that I liked that came up. So I wanted to just kind of show everybody what it looks like. Let me see. But it's really cool because you can do all this stuff like online and create the jerseys and stuff, and then go into the game. So starting a dynasty,
Mhm.
I need to think of like who the coach needs to be though, because right now it's just like a default like random coach.
It could be Kristen because she's all about the.
That is true. Yeah, because you
Yeah.
can't have any women on there, so maybe Kristen can be the coach.
Angie could be like the offensive coordinator.
Well, it
Nicole
still has to
the
be a man.
coordinator,
Yeah. But while that's loading up, I do have the roster for the team.
Okay.
So this is the first time presented to us
Okay.
for the roster here. Oh, okay. This just pulled up. I want
We
to
have
show.
the logo.
I want to show this first. I
Let's
want to
see
show
the
the logo, the
Oh, yeah.
Yetis.
That's terrifying.
Nice.
So
Yetis. I love
secondary
it.
logo is the Yetis, and it says "So Icy" as the third logo. Colors black, baby blue, and white.
That's fantastic.
So those are the colors. Here's what the
So
uniforms
icy.
look like. All right, hold on. So that is our home uniforms.
Okay.
These are our away uniforms. These are the alternate "So Icy" uniforms, which are chrome numbers, chrome helmets.
Nice.
Which that's what the chrome helmet looks like.
Oh
I
man.
like it. I like
The
it.
numbers, the jersey, the chrome numbers with the "So Icy," and then we have the blackout uniforms.
Ooh.
That's what the jersey looks like.
Can we have jerseys that are brown with just fur hanging on them since the Yetis?
I can't do it because of the color scheme isn't on the logo.
Okay.
All right, well, that's fine. Black with the fur hanging on it. We used to have like wear fur and stuff, like so we look like a Yeti.
Well, here's the mountain
idea.
logo, which
Okay.
is a little more.
Nice.
It's got kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
like the
It's like
shoulders, and then the
almost
pants
like we're the
design.
Oregon Ducks with all
Yeah,
these different
so-
uniforms.
Right?
So we got a lot, like nice, real cool uniforms. They look great in the game. So I tested
Yeah.
all that stuff out beforehand. So let's get to the rosters. All right,
Okay.
the rosters. First one, quarterback. Finally made it out of high school. Going to Flip U. We have Ken SSK promo at the quarterback position with the old timey helmet.
Just the single
The single bar,
The single
old-timey
bar.
helmet. At the fullback position, we have Joe without flip that Joe,
Yep.
kind of like number 2 running back. You know, great blocker. The man gets in there, makes it happen. At the running back position, we have TJ Lovelady, which we got to put TJ in there. Wide receiver 1, we have Kevin. Wide
Okay.
receiver 2, we have Tim over the years. And then in the offensive line, we have our Keystone carry American arbitrage and left tackle. We have ADH Dave on the left guard because of the chemistry. We have Harry Tornado at center because we have to have that nice smart guy, you know, calling in the plays, checking in the line. Then we have Flip the World Texas Chris at guard, OBX Picker at right tackle, and we have Paul the Philly Flipper at tight end. He's tall, great.
Yes.
You and Paul have a good connection, so I think that could work out really well in our advantage. On the defensive side, we're running a 3-4. Defensive side, we got Jimmy Old School Flips at the nose tackle, great guy, and then we have at the right end is myself, Dan and Demand at the left end, linebackers, Dustin over at the right outside linebacker, Sonny Las Vegas in the middle at the will linebacker, Joe Philly Picker at the mic, and then out at the left outside linebacker we have Art of Resells. We need that guy can get small, you know, get around the corner, get to the quarterback kind of situation. And then the corners we have Brendan, big time flips, Cajun reseller at the other cornerback position, strong safety, Mike Death Pile Picker, and then free safety Rod Picking. So the defense,
man, that's an all-star lineup right there.
Who's our kicker and punter? Do you have them named yet?
We don't have them, so maybe we can.
Mikey Bags of Money. I don't see him up there.
Okay, what do you want him at the kicker position, or do you want him at the punter position?
Let's make him the kicker.
Okay, Mikey Bags of Money. That's the kicker. We'll do it. We'll put him at the.
I love
So I need a punter.
Yeah, we need a punter. And then can you pick bench players too?
Yeah, so I was actually thinking that I was going to put Mikey Bags of Money as maybe like a bench offensive line, and then having Grumpy Picker as a bench offensive line, and having Steven Bearded Thrift as a bench defensive line, just because we need some rotation players going in and out.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see how that happens.
When we go three wide receiver set, who's the other wide receiver?
I don't know. I was thinking of dealing with Dalton, or if you have somebody else as a third receiver. Or I was just thinking of whatever the game defaults as.
What about
I need more receivers because we need some
King
spread. What's that?
Cha-Ching King. We don't have him on.
Ooh, that's a good one, Scott.
Yeah,
I can see him being like the Wes Welker kind of fella that just kind of like real possessive receiver.
There you go.
that third down hands guy.
Yeah.
So when you play this game, is it like after 4 years? We're all graduating and
we're all sophomores.
Okay.
So we're all sophomores. So after so and so, we don't know what happened. So I'm gonna start recording myself playing the game, like I did when I was playing as Ken in high school.
Ken, you better be better than you were on last year.
Yeah.
Well, we stumbled, but I was young then.
He was young. He's experienced. He's number one. QB number one.
Ken is
I'm a 5-star prospect, and I chose Flip U to be my school of choice. So
the Yetis. We play in the Big 12, by the way.
Okay.
The Big 12. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Ken, what under the table incentives did you get to join Flip U?
Popcorn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got my own popcorn machine. I got
he's got a Orville Redenbacher
and I have an organ grinder with a little monkey that comes over, at least once a week and entertains me.
Here's something I have to worry about because this game is like super realistic. I have to make sure you guys don't enter the transfer portal and then you guys leave the school.
Wait, that happens?
Yeah. So I have to keep you guys like pleased with like playing time and like all this stuff and and I have to recruit during season, and then that's only that's just dynasty. Like if you want to play like Road to Glory, you can transfer out and then find who's ever going to be paying you the most money or whatever, what that looks like.
We also have Grumpy Picker. I don't see him on there.
Grumpy's gonna be an offensive line backup. Or I just put him on defense because he's.
He doesn't say defense.
He's grumpy.
That's true.
Yeah. So we'll start.
That's another one. Yeah.
We'll start airing that. I went ahead and played a couple games. I'm gonna start over from scratch just to see how everything looked and worked out.
Sure.
And Brennan was getting burnt. But last game he did have a pick six, but he was getting.
That's right, pick sixes.
Yeah, but
I hate to hear it.
Dude. Florida. We played University of Florida, and he was just getting roasted out there. Man, fast guys. So
man, I'm gonna have to get out there and start brokering some of these. What's the deals where now the college players can like
NIL
get money for the. Yeah, I need to start brokering some NIL deals.
Yep.
And bring in some extra cash.
Yeah.
Man, I want to get me a Yeti jersey too.
Yeah.
Right. I want a hat that has that. Or
Yeti
logo right on there.
Dude, if you see the jerseys in game, they look so good. Knowing that I put them together and made them and put everything on there, they look fantastic.
Nice.
So
Ken got so good that he's the type that quarterback, he throws the ball and runs and catches his own ball.
He's
that good now. He's that good.
Rico out there.
I am, fun fact, Brandon, I am the greatest backyard Nerf quarterback to ever play the game. I'm legendary in my neighborhood.
I have no doubts about that.
Still to this day, they talk about me.
There's a musician guy I know, Willie T. Taylor. He's like bluegrass, folk music stuff, and he declares himself as the best wiffle ball pitcher. So now I know the best backyard quarterback and the best wiffle ball pitcher. I mean, I got to get an autograph from you because I have an autograph from you.
Do you not have one?
Oh, yeah.
I got several.
I got 5, 4.
Well, I need one on a wiffle ball. I need one on a wiffle ball, though.
Oh, yeah.
Or on a Nerf football.
Or like on a vortex. Like the
I should go out and get some of the small little Nerfy footballs and start signing those. I'll get some that are in like an icy blue color, and start selling those.
Sign
Man,
it,
it's
sign it,
prosperous.
and then when you try to give it back to the whoever wants it, instead just bomb it 80 yards and make it.
Yeah.
You know.
I do
All
that
right.
in the stores, like go pick up one of the Nerf footballs or whatever, and when someone passes by in a cart, just kind of launch it into their cart and then step
Yeah.
into the aisle,
Yeah.
so that
I
they
used-
have no clue where
I
the
used to
ball
do
come
that.
from.
I used to do that.
There you go. All right, guys. Anything else for the people?
I
I think we need to
Man,
go to Ken's house. 'Cause,
Yeah.
yeah,
right?
come on over.
Ken's house is
Well,
party
no,
central.
Ken's coming over in a few weeks. Just come to my house. I got
Oh,
the
that's
pool.
true.
That's right. I'll be there with all
Might have
my
ribs if Ken's showing up, so-
carnival.
Bringing the
There you
porta potty
go.
too and all that.
There you go. There you go.
That's right.
Well,
But I
guys,
appreciate it. Ray, I appreciate the invite. This was exciting. I did not know I was going to be on an episode. It's just like I showed up and turned the camera on, and I love the new co-hosts.
Thank you.
Looking forward to all of the. Looking forward to, like, at this point there will already have been 2 episodes out that
Right.
nobody has seen yet. So I'm excited to see those, and so thank you for having me on, and
Thank you.
go F you.
F you. Let's go. You know that was the original name of the university, and they wouldn't let me put it on there. They said it
Really?
It had like a restriction of whatever on there.
You should spell it like EFF and then you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I even had a
That's
logo,
great.
like an FU logo that you can put on the
okay.
helmet. But yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Brendan. Anything else for the
Thank
people,
you.
Joe, Brendan?
Oh man.
Good stuff at garage sales.
Yeah, just trying to get these sales back up, man.
There you go. Get them back up.
July's been hurting too. So.
There you go. Well, thank you all so much for watching, listening. Make sure you share, subscribe, and like. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Flip
Yo,
side.
and God bless.
Peace.
Peace.